We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Got a great game coming at you with the Druid and also in the new Airship Escort mode. This will cover a lot of things, and have to say I am really enjoying this Airship Escort. It's really fun. It's a different change. It's a different mode, different play style, different tactics. And it promotes a little bit different play style, and that's something I like. But before we begin, thank you guys for getting the channel to around 950 subscribers. We're on our way to our next goal of 1,000. That was like one of the major accomplishments, and we can't thank you guys enough. We're having a blast learning about shoot ships, sailing ships, and learning something in the meantime while having fun. So here we go, starting it off. If you're on the fence about the Druid, definitely get it. I mean, I think this is one of the fun boats that you can really get out there, or ships that is. And it's in the Research Bureau. It is difficult to get with the Research Bureau, but definitely worth it. And this gameplay definitely should show you of how we can accomplish that and what we're going to do and what the kind of damage we can provide. And like I said, I've always said the Destroyer is the multi-role fighter, literally the end-all be-all of the game. Once you see the Destroyer go up or down, that determines the nature of the gameplay right now. So you're going to see this. How we're going to do this, again, with the Druid, we're going to push a flank as well as push the rear, if you will, by really just pursuing the enemy, pursuing the airship blimp, and taking the fight to the enemy near the rear of the column. And that's exactly where we're going to see the majority of our action and the impact that we're going to have really play off. So again, if you don't know what the Druid is, it's the British style Deering with only 2 guns in front, but it's got a great heel, it's got the quick smoke, it's got standard hydro, but it's only got guns, no torpedoes. But you can see what the guns can do. They're literally mini guns that have improved pin angles, and boom, splash 1, RIP back to Porty. We take down a battleship. That's the power of the Druid and what it can provide, as well as it's about to do what you're about to see right here is also DD hunting. It is a hunter killer DD. It does it very well. You can see we got the hydro to spot heat pop smoke, which was a bad idea. Okay, so how do you counter this tactic right here? You shouldn't have popped smoke. 2, angle away. As you can see, I'm just getting full broadsides and nice pins, and splash 2, RIP back to Porty. And that also activates Cunningham's perk, which we get extra heals, extra smoke. So what do we do right there? We nosed into the Shima. We avoided the torps while shooting a battleship. So we take down a battleship. We take down a destroyer. That's a majority of their team right there on the eastern flank. Now we push. And we're also going to take a broadside hipper. Again, this thing also does really great broadsides on cruisers. They're very effective. And watch this. Here we go. Boom! I'll splash 3, RP back to Porty. In the first 5 minutes of the game, we are up to 3 kills, 46,000 damage, and we have helped out the eastern flank. It's pretty much game over at this point. When you lose an entire flank to one little destroyer, one that demonstrates the power and effectiveness of the Druid, definitely recommend, and also the really good, I would say, usage of tactics in order to allow your team to win the fight. Again, the DD is the most powerful role in the game. I really encourage you to try it. It really dictates the pace of the battle as well as helps your team out in every regard. Spotting, hydro, it spots torps, it attacks DDs you saw, it provides gunfire support with rapid firing guns, it's got smoke, it's also pushing the cap, it can support the cap, it can stop the cap, it does everything that you need in the battlefield. If you lose your destroyers, you lose the battle. So The Druid, again, research bureau points. I definitely recommend it before the Vampire. The Vampire is cool, but the problem is with the nature of radar these days and no heals, the Druid definitely outshines the Vampire in that sense, and I'll show you another video of the Vampire action that I have later on, but you'll see exactly why I like the Druid a little bit more. It's just a more aggressive playstyle, as you can see. The turning ability is really great, acceleration's awesome, and spotting ability, you can see I built the concealment down to 6.6. It's not the greatest, but it allows you to at least get in close enough to a DD, what you saw with the Shima, to just be effective. Now watch this. Now, what can the Neptune do against me? Really, what he's doing here is the best he can do is just angle away, because now here's the problem. When you start showing broadside to get those torps off, watch what happens. Boom, boom, and boom, Citadel. Boom, Citadel. Boom, Citadel. That is not something you want to do against a Druid. It does Citadel cruisers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Citadel's light cruisers, and if you get close enough, even heavy cruisers. You've got to be careful, and depends on the armor and the range. And here's some torps right here. You got to watch that. It turns great. Slams on the brakes, decent. And are we going to get this 4th kill right here? And boom. Splash, 4 RP back to 40. Ripper down with the Druid here. Coming at you, 4 kills, 12 minutes left in the game with 90,000 damage. An entire flank taken down by the power of the Druid. And yep, you can see other team is saying well played. Absolutely. And we say we thank them, showing very common courtesy and being very professional in the game. I encourage that as well, guys. If you don't know, it's good to be courteous. It's game. It's nothing. You're not, at the end of the day, you're not going to lose anything from being nice, okay? Anyways, let's talk about the tactic we just saw there. So you see how the Druid pushed up the eastern side of the flank. And this works if you have just you and maybe one other ship to distract enemy fire. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend the whole entire fleet like you saw on the enemy team. They're pushing the entire western flank, but that doesn't do you any good because we stop your airship and our airship still progresses. So again, remember, play the objective and just have fun doing that, because if you don't, you're going to be really frustrated as to why your airship's not moving and their airship is moving. So really the goal is to have one destroyer in our airship to push that one extra arrow forward, and then also one battleship or any kind of ship in theirs, and it stops them. And you look at the top middle screen there, we have 3 arrows that are 1. You can see the speeds are different. We're going 30 knots, they're going 6 knots in their airships, and there's a timer. That's what I also like about this, is there's a timer that tells you how much time's left to win the game. So right now we're going to go ahead and push on the Napoli right here. So bottom line, let's recap right here. We took on the Bismarck, which was just he basically tactical beached, and we just shoot broadside battleships. Again, Druid's awesome at farming battleships on the side. We hunted down a destroyer, took them out. We also shot a broadside cruiser, and then the 4th kill was another light cruiser. So we're going to another cruiser right here, full broadside. The problem with this one is the Napoli is very, very heavily armored. As you can see there, we're getting a lot of non-pens. We're going to have to damage or shoot at superstructure or maybe the nose. And right now, his SAP secondaries are firing, and he's in smoke. So what the tactic we do here is slam on the brakes, pop smoke, and we're going to go undetected because we do not want to play against SAP secondaries. And let's see if we can guess where he's at right now. What counterattack do I have against this? Napoli honestly shouldn't have pushed right there. He died. There's nothing he could have done. He was just pushing to just push, and yeah, I have nothing against that. And he launched torps at us right there. Always stay nosed in to cruisers and destroyers, because you don't know, like this instance right here, they're going to launch torpedoes at you. Always assume someone has torpedoes. That's my thoughts on that. So we're going to go ahead and continue pushing. What are we doing right here? We're pushing not only the objective, but we're also spotting for the rest of our team to shoot, let's say, the Yamato right here, and also keeping their DD at bay. Part of being a destroyer is to make sure their destroyers don't, I would say, harass the rest of your ships, as well as provide spotting. And that is what you're doing. You're providing multifaceted, multi-roles in the sense of you're spotting, you're deterring at the same time. You're offensive, but you're also defensive, and you're also providing a lot of gunpowder and a lot of DPM downrange. And that's exactly why I like the destroyer role again. Ooh, we've got a lot of shots coming in from the Alvaro, or whatever that is. I think it's a Spanish, or yeah, that's the Spanish line, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the Spanish line. I don't know if it's a Spanish or Italian. I always forget which one's which. But basically, they shot their little burst fire mode at us, and it's good to know when you see that exclamation point go off, which I have armed for like that right now. I immediately turn into the shells, and they all miss. So that's exactly why I have that perk as alert fire, if you will, so they know or I know something's incoming and I got to change something, whether it be speed, turning ability, do something, change your vector so that you avoid all the shots. So let's see if we can get this Kraken right here, and we can get the Yamato. We just keep firing again. It's farming battleships really, really well. And do we get the final kill? And there it is, Splash 5 Kraken. Even though that doesn't record in this mode, it's really just, in my mind, a good Kraken in the game right there. But hope you guys liked the video. Like, subscribe, bell button, and love you love to support the channel. Definitely recommend the Airship Escort mode. Is really, really awesome. Definitely recommend the Druid. Let me know what you think about in the comments below. If you got anything to improve, or what you liked, what you disliked, and what we can do to get better. So until then, you guys stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.